Hey guys! Okay, so I'm going to do a product review really fast on Coastal Scents' Camo Quads. Camo Quads. I don't know what I just said. And the reason that I was interested in trying these out is because my sister Blair, Juicy Star 07, raves about these. She had them in her October favorites, and she's actually told me personally a couple times that I really need to try them. I feel like my fake eyelash is like coming off. It probably is because it's one of those self-adhesives. Just get through this video, little eyelash. Just get through this video. You'll be fine. I feel like I'm talking like a vampire. Okay, so I have all four of them, but I haven't touched the dark. I probably would use that on clients more than I would ever have to use it on myself. But the three that I have been using are the light quad, which is this one, the medium quad, so you can compare, and the color corrector quad, which is my favorite one. So yeah, I'll go over that in a second. But these are $7.95 each on coastalscents.com. Link in the sidebar if you want to go check it out. And they are just concealer in a quad. I'm going to talk about the color corrector one first because this is my favorite one. This is the one that I really think that if you were going to like check one out, I would get this one first if you were only going to get one over a skin colored one, because this one's really, really amazing. They're very, very creamy, like very, very creamy, very pigmented, in a good way, I guess, for concealer. But what the Camo Quad is it works on color theory. So I feel like my camera is like gonna die or something. Oh, it is, because it's not plugged in. That makes sense. It works on color theory. So basically the theory is these colors are going to cancel out the opposite in the color scale on your face, the color wheel. So for instance, green would help to cancel out any redness on your skin. So if you have rosacea, or if you have like broken capillaries or anything like that, if you put a little bit of the green on it, it will cancel it out, and then you can put your foundation over it and you won't have that red kind of showing through. But you need to be careful not to overdo it and have the green showing through, because then you'll look sickly and you don't want that. So you just want to use like the tiniest bit. You can use your finger or you can use a concealer brush. I've done it both ways with these quads, and I find that if I use my finger, it works a little bit better because it helps melt the concealer down. Now, the concealer is really, really creamy, but concealer always works better with your natural body heat, so just make sure your hands are clean. I keep a hand sanitizer on my dresser. I've gone through hand sanitizer like crazy this season because I do not want to get swine flu. My sister's had it twice, and I just refuse. I have a cold right now though, but that's better than swine. And then the yellow is my favorite. And when I first got this quad, I thought that I would never use the yellow and the purple. I was like, why would I ever need to? Well, purple is for like olive skin tones, so I will never have to use that because I don't have an olive skin tone. But the yellow, I didn't think I would use either, and it's my new best friend. So what I use the yellow for is it can help with any like purple kind of areas on your face. So for me, that means freckles. I have a lot of freckles on my face. No, I do not go out in the sun. No, I do not use tanning beds anymore. I kind of did a little bit, but I've never used them as much as like the average girl my age. So I just have naturally very fair, you know, freckly skin on my face. So this is really good to kind of dab on with a concealer brush for this, because I kind of have to do it over large portions. Very lightly over my most freckly areas. So that tends to be around my eyes, maybe because my eye skin is a little bit thinner, so maybe it gets damaged more easily. So I put it around my eye area, and then that's pretty much the worst, maybe a little bit on my nose. And then I can put my concealer over it, and it helps cancel out that kind of purpley discoloration. It can also work a little bit under your eyes, but I prefer to use peaches under my eyes, so I don't use it under my eye. And then the blue actually is really good if you have a self-tanner malfunction and you're a little bit orange, you're a little bit blotchy somewhere, which, you know, it happens to the best of us, so it's a good thing to have on hand to neutralize orange tones. And then, like I said, the purple neutralizes like yellow-based skin tones, so like olive skin tones. I'll probably not really use the purple, but the other three will come really in handy, especially this yellow. I kind of adore it. So that's this one, and like I said, it is $7.95 for this quad. Very good if you really do have one of these problems areas. So if you do have a lot of yellow in your skin, if you do have rosacea, if you do have freckles, this is a really good quad to have just to neutralize those colors out. Okay, and then the regular concealer quad, this is light and this is medium. Basically the biggest difference is the medium has this really dark one on top and the light one has this weird kind of yellowish toned one on the side. But the other two colors are comparable. They aren't the same, but they're comparable. But what I love about both of these quads, all three of the color quads actually, the dark one has it too, is this white that comes in every single one. And it is really good. You can put it on the inner corners of your eyes just to brighten it up a bit. You'll have to blend it, obviously. You don't want to look crazy. But it can really help just brighten up your inner eye area. You can use it as an eye highlight color. So I'll do a little bit of that. Blend. To give your brows a little bit of a raise. You could also use it a little bit as a cheek highlight if you wanted to. Anywhere you wanted to reflect light on your face, you could use this. So instead of reaching for my pearl cream color base, which is not white, it's actually a pearl color. It looks like this. This is what I have been using as my highlight color. This is definitely a comparable one, and it's easy because you're gonna have your concealer palette out anyway, so you can just use it, you know, as you're getting ready. So I really like the fact that they all come with a white, because a lot of concealer quads do not come with whites, because who needs white as a concealer color? And then both the light and the medium comes with this peach shade up here. There it is for that one, and then for the medium quad. And the peach is really good for under your eyes to cancel out dark circles. I have dark circles. Even when they're canceled out, you can see them. It's because of severe lack of sleep. I don't actually know if I scientifically, like medically, suffer from insomnia, but I basically just don't sleep. I do too much in my life. I'm too busy to sleep. Sometimes I'll nap during the day, and you know, I know it's unhealthy, but, you know, I'm a college student, so I do a lot of things that I can't really sleep over. I do recommend them. My sister adores them. One thing is they can get a little bit cakey underneath your eye area. What I've been doing is, my favorite under eye concealer is actually this Laura Mercier undercover pot, and I really like this peach one. It's very, very creamy because my under eye area gets very dry, so I've actually been mixing this pink one with the light, with the light quads peach to kind of give it a little bit more cover, because this one doesn't give a whole lot of cover. So the two of them together work really well for me. And yeah, so if I were to recommend one, I would definitely recommend the Color Corrector quad over the other two, but the other two are really good as well if you need like a good concealer palette that has multiple colors for different things. You can use like the more skin toned ones for blemishes, and you can even use a little bit of Color Corrector for your blemishes. You know, you could use like the green and the yellow for blemishes, and then one of these over it. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on the Color Corrector quads. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions on this product, or you could ask my sister also because she really likes them. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye!